Ladies and gentlemen and ladies, welcome, welcome, welcome. Before I even begin, allow me to say that I'm stepping out of character for this one. It's really not what I do all the time. Well, actually, I don't do it anytime. Wrong over wrong light. Okay, so I'm gonna step out of character for this one, just because sometimes you have to get downright ignorant and dirty with people because they ignorant, plain and simple. Too many lights on in my house. So let's just say I'm giving back what I get. Sounds kind of childish, doesn't it? Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But I dedicate this show to a bitch named Wrapstar, aka Punch Drunk's Dick Sucker. We all know who Wrapstar is, don't we? Well, if you don't, you're not missing anything. So let's start from the beginning, and anybody who comes in afterwards, I'll catch you up. I graced this gentleman with my presence at his show, and I was having a good conversation with someone on his panel. My call, then I dropped off the panel because I hit the wrong button. I had to come back, right? So okay, I got back on. The rap star and I were talking about Ryan Garcia and Tank. It was in ring stuff with the fights coming up. This gonna happen. That gonna happen. He want to do the whole. Let's talk about the weight clause. I didn't want to do all that. Then he goes about well, Tank strangled the little girl. This is his words, word for word. Tank strangled a little girl. You're not holding him accountable, and you're being an old fool and a bitch. And I said, okay, show me the video. I'm not going to fall into the trap of arguing with him. I'm not an old fool. I'm nobody's bitch, so I'm not going to fall into that trap. So anyhow, I said, well, show me the video. Man has yet to show me the video. Then he goes off on this tirade about I have to hold Tank accountable and this, that, and the third. And I'm saying to myself, I do. How do you hold someone? Everybody who's ever heard me speak, anybody, I've never got personal about any boxer. Now, I'll laugh about them getting knocked out in the ring. I'll say stuff about them in the ring, but I've never gotten personal. You want to name me one time I got personal about a boxer? Please produce that video. Please produce it. But when you're a bitch like Rapstar and you're an opportunist and you're a sensationalist. And the reason why I call him Punch Drunk's Dick Sucker, because he learned under Punch. They are bosom buddies in more ways than one. Okay? Let's just say Rapstar will never be constipated in his whole life thanks to Punch. But anyway, as I was stating, you could come on here and you could call grown men out their names. I'm old bitch. I'm this, I'm that, and the third. But like I said to him, my real name is Troy Gray. This is my real face. Real face is who I am. I don't hide from anything. If I say something you don't like it, be a man and just say I don't like it. Y'all got to chill with the bitches and the old fools and fuck you and what are you gonna do? Nothing. You over in the UK. What are you gonna do? Even if you were over here in America, what you gonna do? Stop. These tough guys that don't show their face, don't even use their real name, then they want to cuss you out because you disagree with them. How in the good Lord's name am I supposed to hold a boxer who I don't know accountable for something? That's all I said. I simply said, Tank's personal life is not my damn business. I've been on social media for years. I've never once got personal about any boxer. I'm talking about what they do in the ring. I'll tell you they can't box. I'll tell you they suck. But I've never once got personal with anybody. So if somebody can produce that video, please do. But people get personal with me though, you know. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. You're a troll. You da 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 da. Listen, if I have a difference of opinion with you, then hey, let's be men. Let's go back and forth about that. The old calling people out their name, the false threats, and the all this other nonsense that y'all do. Knock it off. No one's gonna do anything to anybody, and you know that already. Oh, you talking tough? No, I'm talking like a grown ass man who's a father and a grandfather. I don't, if that's what you consider talking tough, then okay, I'm talking tough. But rap star, you're a bitch through and through. I hope this message gets to you. Hope it gets to Punch. You're bitches. When you suck another man's dick for the come up rap star, you are a bitch through and through. And that's what you do, rap star. You jump on Punch's coattail and then he mentors you about what to do and what buttons to press with people, and you go from there. Both of you are bitches that deserve each other. Hey, Rapstar, what you are is basically what Fred is at the barbershop. You are an opportunist. He's a little Fred is way more polished than you, but you are nothing but an opportunist. What's up? What's up, hero? You're nothing but an opportunist, my friend. You know, you're not really. You talking about you're a podcaster. Listen, my man, you don't know nothing about boxing. To tell you the God's honest truth, you reason why you act the way you do when I come on these shows because you can't hold a real boxing conversation with me, partner. You can't. You know, if you could, then you wouldn't have to go to the whole being sensational and you got to hold Tank accountable because he beating women and all. No, I don't. I gave you the names of my three sons. The good Lord said, these are the three men you can hold accountable because you raised them. I don't know Tank. What's up, Boxing Lounge? I don't know. I don't know Tank. How the hell am I going to hold another man accountable for something? Then you went about, I'm an old fool. I think you called me a bitch as well too. Well, look, I'm a bitch that stands alone. Punch. Well, Wrapstar and Punch, they both the same motherfuckers anyway. So when you sometimes you might hear me say Punch, I really meant to say Wrapstar. They both sucking each other's dick, so it really don't matter. And I hope this message gets back to them. I hope the good Lord it gets back to them because I see I'm a bitch, but I go on his show and me and him go back and forth. He has yet to ever come on my show. I bet you he will never come on my show because see, I'm gonna give him a fair shake. I ain't gonna cut him off. I ain't gonna kick him off the panel. None of that. I'm gonna give him a fair shake. Anybody who's ever kicked me off their panel has never come onto my show. I welcome it. I welcome anybody to come on that I've ever challenged to come on my show. But none of these bitches will. Not a one of them. Not a one of them. And I challenge people with intelligence. I challenge people with knowledge. I challenge people kind of firmly and forcefully. But when they can't beat you because they don't have the knowledge and don't have the intelligence, guess what they do? Oh, you're a bitch. You're this. You're that. Man, shut up. Just shut up. What's up, hero?
Troy, what up? What up, brother?
What's up, man? What is
Chilling,
going on,
man. Just
sir?
chilling. Just saw you on live, man. Came to say what up. I saw. Oh, we lose you, Troy? Think we lost Troy. He'll be back on. There he is.
Yeah, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Loud and clear. Five by
Okay,
five.
good, good. Yeah, somehow I hit the wrong button, but yeah. Listen. Okay, well, tell me what you heard so far. I don't know if you know what the hell I'm talking about.
I just saw the title. I just came to say what up. I saw you drop the link. I was
Hmm.
like, I'll chop it up with Troy real quick, man. But man,
Yeah,
I've had my own little, little dust up with the beta stars. I like to call them. So I don't pay them no mind. I don't even give them energy, bro.
I don't usually pay him no mind, but I was doing the calm thing like I always do. The dude just kept. Okay, listen. I don't know you. We only know each other on social media, right?
Hmm.
Right? Okay.
Hmm.
Let's just say people see us. I'll give you. Let's just say that I'm always giving you compliments of wherever I'm going to you. Oh, Piero's a good dude, and then somebody says, "Well, Piero's a bitch and he strangled women, and you should hold him accountable." How the hell am I gonna hold you accountable? I don't know you, man.
Exactly. Exactly.
So the same way I don't know Tank, man. Just like I turned it around on him and said, explain to me how I'm supposed to hold a man I don't know accountable. Well, you just deflecting the question and you just got punches dick in your mouth. So come on, man, knock it off.
Exactly,
You know,
exactly. Like Tank's my favorite fighter, but at the end of the day,
hmm
that's it. That's where it ends. Like I like the way he
it,
boxes.
in the
That's it.
ring,
I don't
period.
know him. I don't know him as I don't know him. I don't know him as Gervonta Davis. I know him as Tank. And that's it.
I saw him twice my whole life. I'm gonna tell you where. So he came to my son's school, right?
Hmm.
This was years ago. My son was in junior high school. He's about to graduate high school now. And when I went to the Sugar Ray's boxing gym at Palmer Park for the Golden Gloves finals with Umar Boxing, right?
Hmm.
And if somebody didn't point him out to me because he's so small, I would have never known that it was him. Because he's a small dude, man. He's not really
Yeah,
that
yeah.
big, right?
He's like 5'6". Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But my thing is this: the man don't know me to look at me. He does not know me at all.
Yeah. Vice versa. I hear you, man.
Yeah, we have a connection that he don't even know about. His friend Telly used to
Hmm.
train at Umar Boxing Gym. Telly
Hmm.
was a good kid, man. Good kitty. Me and him, I used to crack jokes on him because Telly was shaped like Okay, remember Mark Breland, just skinny
Yep.
type of built like that. I
Yep.
used to tell, I used to tell Kelly, man, you can't even break wind, right? He'd be like, come on, Mister G, you got to come for some new jokes. I'm like, no, I don't, no, I don't.
That one still works, huh? Yeah.
So, but he was a good dude, man. What happened was, one of his friends was a female. I think her boyfriend beat up, so he beat up the boyfriend, right?
Hmm.
Because he walked up on the situation going into his apartment or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
I could be telling the story completely wrong. Just telling you what I remember, right?
Yes, sir.
So telling him got to a fight and he beat him. The dude came back like a punk and did a drive by on him and shot him.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. It's just like they know there's no like proper fighting
Mm-hmm.
anymore. Not in these streets, man.
Mm. Ain't no
Everybody's
more
scared of an
honor.
ass whooping. Everybody's scared of an ass whooping.
Ain't
That's
no
the
more honor. And then when you come on they come on here to social media, they want to say, okay, I said to Rapstar, listen, I'm showing my real name and my real face. You hiding behind you calling me a bitch and an old fool, but you the one that's going by a fake name and you hiding behind whatever. Oh, now you talking tough. Listen to me. If I, the way I speak is the way I speak. If that's what's talking tough to you, then hey, then more power to you, right?
some people can't handle the truth. That's what it is,
I
man.
can't. Listen to me, my man. I don't come on here. You heard me go back and forth with people. You never heard me threaten anybody, right?
Nah, I hear you.
No, but you heard me talk some wild, crazy shit sometimes.
Who
And I
doesn't? Who
yeah,
doesn't, man?
right. But don't be. Rapstar subtle with his nonsense, and I'm a bitch, I'm an old fool. And listen, I am blessed to be 52 in August, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have to be here. I didn't, but I'm gonna be here, and I'm gonna be here for a while too. I want to see my granddaughter raise up. I want to see my children. I even want to see my great grandchildren, right?
Yeah. God willing.
Yeah. So this age business don't even bother me no more. I'm thankful for it. But what I can't stand anymore is that when you disagree as grown men, you should be able to say, okay, we disagree. Shut the hell
Exactly.
up. Let's move on to another subject. I'm not your bitch. I'm not an old fool. I'm not nobody's old pussy or none of that
No, no, I hear you.
nonsense.
I hear you.
Because listen, how I was raised, because I know I grew up with a bunch of dangerous men, right? I had uncles and they were older than me, and I know dangerous men, right?
Hmm.
In a room filled with all those dangerous men playing dominoes and carrying on, drinking and smoking, a lot of weed in that room, brother,
Hmm.
right? And stuff. I've never heard that same language from those dangerous men. You want to know why? Because all it takes is a word, and your life will be gone.
Exactly.
And they had that much respect for it. Now they would holler and cuss back and forth, but ain't no bitch come out of nobody's mouth.
Exactly.
You
Gotta.
know, you,
You'll be held accountable for what you say.
you would be gone quick. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, trust me. I've seen my uncles at work. They were over. They come to my mother. Come to my parents' house. They be playing dominoes for real money, right?
Yeah.
And my uncles are far from shy.
Shit, man.
So you know, and they lousy winners. Lord, they lousy winners. They like dominoes, mother.
Yeah, 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 for sure. My dad used to be, I remember my dad and my uncles playing domino.
Yeah. But brother, let me tell you something. When you're in a happy place and someone actually takes you out of that friggin' happy place, you kind of feel like a fool because I have a reputation not just on social media, but off social media with a lot of not bragging now. I'm not bragging because you don't ever hear
Hmm.
me name drop or anything, do you?
No.
Unless no, but when you see these guests come on, I have some kind of relationship with some of them, not all of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically, I can pick up the phone and call XYZ if I wanted to, right?
Yes.
So when I do things like this, I know it might hurt me in the long run, but sometimes you just got to get shit off your chest.
Yeah. No. No. For sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. But those that know me know that okay, somebody must have pissed him off. Somebody must have pissed him off, and that's why he's acting this way because it's not my normal characteristics. But like everybody else, I'm a human being, and there's a switch that you flip, and then something happens, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Like you had a grandmother coming up. I had one. She used to tell me, my grandmother, I say grandmother in Spanish again.
Abuela.
Abuela. Yeah, yeah. So she used to be like, she used to say, I don't understand you. You're such a loving child. But when you get pissed or hurt, you want to burn the world to the ground. And I used to be like, yeah, I do.
Yeah. Most men do. Most men do.
I just do. I want to burn the world to the ground, watch everybody scream. And she's like, well, you know, you can't do that. You know, that's not what the good Lord made you for. And I'd be like, yeah, but I would love to do it though. She's like, you know what? Drink this rum and milk and go to sleep. And that's how that's how she put me to sleep. She prayed for me. She'd be like, Lord, I don't understand this crazy grandson of mine. I just want you to keep him safe, right?
At the end of the day, that's what our moms and our grandmothers do. All they could do is pray
Yeah.
for us.
And she had an accent, you know, she's Jamaican, but her voice was so subtle, like, you know, she tried. That's how she talked, right? So,
Mhm.
so you could imagine her praying, and she would, oh, rap star. I'm sorry, you're not rap star. I'm sorry, but she would pray, and it would be one of them long prayers, but it was good because I needed to hear it, right?
Yeah.
I wish I could hear one of them now, but help me go to sleep. But she ain't here. She passed away almost 20 years now, right?
Circle of life, man.
Yeah, Circle of Life. She was 94, brother. So there you have it.
There it is.
And guess who one of her favorite boxers was, and 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 she really didn't even know. Well, it was two of them. Simon
Mm.
Brown was her favorite because that was personal. He was a friend of the family. He came over and had
Mm.
dinner with us, and he loved her cooking, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can see that.
But you know, guess who the other one was? So she feared for me to ever fight him because she thought that he was larger than life, right?
I
Take a
don't know.
wild guess.
Take a
I give
wild
you a hint.
guess.
I give you a hint. He's actually Mexican. You didn't see
Shit,
that
I don't
one
know.
coming, did
I
you?
don't. I mean, I kind of did. Since you're
Michael
talking to me.
Carver Hall.
Oh, yeah, Little Hands of Stone. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you know I used to watch him. He used to come on TV, and you know the fight that she saw him in was it
Mm.
Chico against the other
La
champion?
Chiquita. I guess La Chiquita
Yeah,
Gonzalez. Yeah, yeah.
I think that's when he stopped him. That's
Mm.
not the fight he lost. That's when Michael stopped him, right?
Okay. I think that was.
So
I think that was the second one.
yeah, so she was like, because I came in like what's up, Boxing Lounge? I
Hey, what
came
up,
in
man?
at the tail end of the fight because I just came from work, right?
Hmm.
And she was all rocking back in her seat, and then the fight, and then she's like, "Try. I don't ever want you to fight that boy. That boy dangerous, man, and punch like he punch so hard." I said, "Okay." And she's like, "No, I'm serious. I don't want you to ever fight him." I said, "Okay. You do know I weigh over 100 pounds more than him, right?"
Yeah, right. She
So
just
she
said,
was,
just in case, just in case.
yeah, just in case.
Remember my words.
She looked at him and she looked into him and she was like, "No, he's he's." She said out her own mouth, "That that man is different because there's no way you could punch like that and be that small. He's different." That's what she said.
Yeah,
And after
yeah,
that, she fell in love with him, and of course, she loved Simon. You know,
yeah.
anytime he fought, we were right in front of the TV. She was like, "Lord, he was so big." I'm like, "He's only 109 pounds. He's really not
Right.
that big." Yeah. He just punch hard as
On
hell.
TV, they look larger than life, right?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
she loved Michael. She loved Michael, man. Him and
Ultimate
Mike
fighter,
McCollum,
man.
who she called Mikey. I'm like, the man's name is Michael. Well, listen, he's Mikey. He Mikey to me.
Right.
But that's life, man. But you know, people will piss you off, which is really I thought I was pissed when I started all this, but I ain't really all that pissed. I just felt disrespected for that second, you know?
Yeah, 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 for sure.
Yeah. Go
Nah,
ahead,
trust me,
Boxing
I
Lodge. What's
understand. I
up?
understand. Handle it, brother.
Yeah.
Troy, I'm not. I literally rolled out of bed about 15 minutes ago, so I'm still waking up.
Well, thanks for the time, baby. Thanks for the time. Yeah. Yeah, man. No, I just had a little back and forth with Wrapstar, and he goes about telling me I have to hold Tank accountable for strangling little girls. So I said, well, show me the video. The man ain't showed me video yet. All of a sudden, Boxing Lounge on
Oh,
the
you should have
phone.
flipped it and said, "Oh, where's the video of me strangling you?"
No, all of a sudden I'm an old bitch, I'm an old fool, and I'm like, "Ugh, here we go again with this nonsense." Let me tell you something. I will jokingly puff out my chest on here. I'll jokingly do it, and then I'll just start laughing, which you've heard me do 1,000 times, right? There's only one time I think in a split second, I had to pull myself back. Well, quite a few, which was more than once, but the last time was with Terrence Bailey because I snapped just like that because I really didn't like that damn comment, right?
Uh,
And then I
Yeah, that was
just
awesome. That was awesome, though. I tell
then
you
I
what.
just went back to being who I am, or you know who I play on social media, right? Because I don't like people playing with death, and then you don't put my name into it either. right?
Okay.
Exactly.
You just don't do that because what you do, and I'm all serious now. What you do is you playing with spirits that you have no control over. Because okay, let's say that doesn't touch you, it might touch a loved one or someone else, and that's not a door that you open, but someone else opened it for you, and then shit like that I don't play with,
Okay.
because we don't know how to use our true power yet as human beings. We seriously don't. That's why we're so stupid. We don't know how to use our true power. In all honesty, that's why
Facts.
that's why we have to communicate like this instead of really, you know.
Yeah.
Before I go on, y'all should stop me because I'm gonna never shut up. So y'all should go ahead and say what you got to say.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the guy that you're talking about, I swear that he. This is my opinion, so I have to say that before I say anything
Mhm.
else. He sounds like to me someone who's chemically altered a lot of the time.
He's a sensationalist, man. He looks at okay. We all know Fred from boxing, whatever it is, right? Conversation.
Mm.
He's an opportunist, but he's very polished. I'll give him that. He's very polished. He knows
Yeah.
what the hell he's doing. He plans it out. This dude is similar to that. He just doesn't plan it out. Spur of the moment, he sees the opening, he'll strike just like a cobra, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
people fall into that trap because he's loud, he's boisterous, or whatever the case may be. But someone like me that doesn't work on because I was bullied as a child. So the harder you push
Mm-hmm.
me, is the more I'm going to push back at you because I don't like
Mm-hmm.
bullies anymore, right?
Same.
So that's why you hear people barking at me, I come out so I push back like that because I was bullied, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it turned out to be one bully, then it turned out to be two bullies at the same time, and then three. And then I had no choice but to defend myself because I wasn't going to keep going home crying. So
So you're multitasking while you're fighting.
I had to, yeah, I couldn't run.
Uh-huh.
Can't run. Oh, here we go. Tank did choke his ex-girlfriend. That's cool, brother. But see, that's really none of my business. How's that my business, brother? I don't even know how to say your name. Abba Boxing. How is Tank choking his ex-girlfriend my business when I was talking boxing to the brother? I wasn't you. I don't know if you heard me speak before on anybody else's panel. You ever heard me talk about anybody's personal life? I simply gave him a true answer. That's not my business. As much as people say I hate Deontay Wilder, I've never once talked personal about Deontay Wilder ever. Now I've said, okay, that's why he finished on his face in the ring, but that's not personal, is it?
No,
He finished
that's
on
what
his face.
happened. That's the truth.
And then I talked about him twerking, but that's live on social media, right?
Yeah.
No one could say that I said anything about that man, family or nothing, because I never did, because that's not my place. If I ever meet him face to face, and if he heard that I tell him to send that, I'll tell him the truth. Somebody lied to you. And
Exactly.
point the person out who sent it to you. And then that person and I could deal with whatever we're gonna deal with, I don't do that. But go ahead. Oh, okay, you understand. Yeah. Well, thank you. I'm glad you understand. But because what Wrapstar was saying about boxing is that I have to hold them accountable because I'm from Baltimore. Does that make any sense to you? I don't know where you live. Was okay. I got you. He was at
So
a
you have to be
basketball
the
game.
moral standard because you come from the same place that he comes from.
Right. Right. No, you know what? Perfect. You said it perfectly. I would have stuttered it up, but you said it perfectly. I don't have to tell anything to Abba because listen to Boxing Lounge. This is now his show. Yeah, it ain't got shit to do with me no more. That's exactly right. I don't. That's like saying because you're from, I don't know, you're from the UK, wherever you might be from. If there's a fighter that's beating women in the UK, you have to hold him. You're the moral standard. You hold them. You hold them responsible. Really? I blame you for Lloyd Hunnigan having all them kids out of wedlock with all them women.
I think the best thing to do is if you support any fighters, as in you've got any sort of emotional investment, you need to keep it real by if they do anything that's BS, you have to call it out. And I've done that with Fury.
And listen, I said it before. I didn't like the way Floyd was moving him. I said that, right? I said I didn't like that before. I didn't like the way Floyd was moving him and carrying on. And I've said that. Just like with White, I said a lot of times that this dude really needs to get with a real trainer because his footwork is terrible and he throws that ridiculous overhand right, which he never lands because it's too wild and crazy, right? And And at the end of the day, I think his career could have gone a little longer if he would have got with Buddy McGirt sooner, who's actually training White right now. I'm talking about Dillian White, right?
Mm-hmm.
But from based on what I saw in his last performance, I say he has about 3 more fights under him, and that's with the same level fighter that he fought, Franklin. If he goes up a notch, he's going to lose. It's not there anymore. It's not. He's just not there. He's not as bad as Derek is right now, but he's headed in that direction. He's on the twilight of his career. So if he get a fight with Anthony, I would take it and lose and make money and just disappear. You know, that's what I would do, right?
Yeah, but do you think he'll get the AJ fight?
No, because he hasn't gotten it yet. I mean, once he turned it down after he knocked out Derek for the $4 million or $5 million offer because he got the same amount for facing Derek, he felt insulted. You know what I would have done? I would have agreed to everything and called his bluff right then and there, live, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would have agreed to all his terms, called his bluff, and I would have fucked him up. Just because I was angry. Seriously, I would have trained as sharp as the tip of a razor. I mean, as a diamond. I would have fucked him up. That's exactly. Even if I would have lost, he would never have been the same again, ever.
Damn,
Yeah.
I think it's the first time I've ever used F-bombs, Troy.
No, because I just think he messed up right then and there. He just messed up, to be very honest with you. This is a sport where it's also a business. When you have an opportunity, even though you don't like the opportunity, take it. Because it's not going to come back around. It might never come back around again, right?
Uh-huh.
Because you see what happened, how long it took him to get the fight with Fury. Because Wilder's never going to fight him, right? Then he gets the fight with Wilder, and what happens? The same damn punch that he gets knocked out with, he gets knocked out with. And that shows you that he's on the decline. If you're a boxer and you keep getting knocked out by the same punch, then you're on the decline. It's something, because blocking an uppercut is really an elementary thing. It's not, it's a slight move. See where my hand is? Boom. And you just, it's not. And, no. And plus,
the uppercut's his kryptonite.
And on top of that, Fury didn't throw an inside uppercut. Fury's too long to throw inside uppercuts. He threw an outside uppercut and caught you, which means you walked into it. You didn't see it coming?
I think it was a jab, then right uppercut, wasn't it?
Yeah. But still, you had to see it coming, baby. You don't just walk. I mean, you just gonna walk into it?
But I also think that that White didn't think that Fury would have the power from that distance on that shot, because he looked surprised after he got hit.
You know what it is? With a punch, the way he threw the punch, you really didn't need too much power. You needed leverage, because when a fighter's coming to you, you don't really need that much power. You just need leverage, because he's actually bringing the force to you. All you're doing is giving him the leverage. Boom. Right? And you take all that leverage and plus his force, boom. I give you a perfect example of that. I don't know if you ever saw the fight with Simon Brown and Vincent Pettyway, right?
No,
well, that's when Simon got knocked down. He was punching on the ground. I know
the one. Yeah. That's famous.
If you watch what happened in that fight, Simon left his feet to throw a left hook, and Vincent caught him. So Simon gave him all the force he needed. All he needed was leverage just to catch him right. Kind of like you're trying to open a door that's jammed. You just need the right leverage, and you crack that thing open. It's just leverage. That's all it is. Because if you're a smaller guy, right, and if you're a smaller guy, which I hate them short fighters, if I give you the right leverage, you're gonna knock me out. That's just that's just the way it works. It's leverage.
Yeah, there's a range that you have to be aware of where someone's got the power.
And
if you know that range, then you kind of know where the danger is, mostly, so to speak. You know what I mean? Especially if they don't move that well.
Yeah, but this is a sport, man. I remember talking to James Toney about. I love watching him work when he was in his prime, because he was subtle as hell. You would think he was getting bored or getting tired, but he was never getting tired. He just was subtle. He would lay on the ropes, and you would throw 1,000 punches on him. You would think, I got this. I got him. Right? You know what he was doing? And that split.
Tying the other guy out.
Yeah, and in that few seconds, he was using his eyes, and he was positioning his body to knock you the hell out. That's what he was doing. But it was so subtle you couldn't see it. He might stick a jab out there just so. And you think that he's trying to move you into position? No, he's trying to get himself in position to come back with something to knock you out, which is what he did with Iran Barkley. You saw that fight with him against Iran Barkley?
Years ago, though.
That fight was beautiful, wasn't it? Oh, that was beautiful. Yeah.
I love the way Tony would just stand on his square, and then he'd move his upper body and then counter. That was, to me, was beautiful.
It was. He was a beautiful, beautiful cat. The thing is, if he could only control his weight, man, if he trained like how Bernard trained, right, it would be impossible for him to lose.
But he only did sparring, didn't he, most of the time?
No, he ran too, but he did more sparring than running because he just loved the work. But he did run though. He did. We asked him that question when he came on the show. He's like, no, of course I did road work, but he did most of his work in the ring because that's how you get your body used to it and get timing and all that. Yeah, he definitely loved being in the ring. And I think he did spar I think he went overseas and sparred with the Klitschko's and he handled them. That's why he used to call them the Bitch Cole brothers or whatever.
Yeah, remember that.
So, yes.
And then we be crooks.
So yeah, man, he's a special dude with a special personality. If you are a tender skin, you don't really want to be around him. You don't want to be around him because you're gonna take everything he says to heart, and he's just joking with you, but you're gonna be upset. You know how many times that dude? Because he's on 3 hours ahead of me, right? So if it's 9 o'clock where he is, it's midnight where I am, right? So the dude will call me out the blue talking about, motherfucker. I'm like, oh, come on. It's midnight, bro. It's midnight, man. What's up? Nothing, bitch. I'm just I'm like, what are you calling, bro? I'm just seeing if you're making me any money. Nah, man. I'm sleeping, bro. What, you need me to get you on the show to promote something? What? What's up? No, bitch. No, bitch. I'll call you when I need something. And then he click. Then he'll text or send you something through your Facebook Messenger. Scary bitch. Well, that's how he jokes, though. That's just how.
Sounds like you got a favorite stalker.
Nah, dude's a cool dude, man.
I'm missing.
Yeah, he's a very good dude, man. They all got their own different personalities, man. I ain't gonna tell you too much about all of them, but they all got different personalities. Hasim Rahman is a man. Because I know when he was on the show, he was like, "I'll fight any current heavyweight, don't matter." Here go Major. Well, what about Troy Graham? He's available. I'll fight Troy right now. It don't matter. I said, you ain't fighting me. You bench press 450. He's like, yeah, man, but that's that. He used to bench press 475, I think, or closer to 500.
Jesus.
Yeah, he come from.
He was a tank, though, wasn't
he? Yeah. His family's strong, man. He got a brother, I think, that bench press more than him, right? So, he's a strong dude, man. He's a very, very strong dude. So I'm like, I see him. I ain't get in the ring with you. No. Anytime you're ready. I'm like, I ain't never gonna be ready then, bro. Never gonna be ready.
Do you want to fight an ex-unified heavyweight champ?
Say that again.
I said you don't want to be fighting an ex-unified heavyweight champ.
No, but you want to tell you a secret that other people don't know about?
What's that?
You know what Hasim Rahman is a 3-time heavyweight champion?
3-time?
Yeah, he let's see, he beat Lennox Lewis, right? Then he won it again he won another belt. I forgot who he beat for another belt. Was it Saunders? The African guy, the South African guy. Did he fight him for a belt? Or did he get his shot after beating? So I don't really remember. But he won a title again. And then his last fight was for the WBU belt, which is a nothing belt, but it's still a world title, right? Yeah. Same thing with Iran Barkley. He was heavyweight champion too. Bet you didn't know that.
Oh, I'm on junior. I need senior. No wonder it didn't look right.
Yeah. Yeah, because of all the losses. Yeah, so Junior's a good dude too, man. He's a very, very good dude. Yeah. I've been reaching out to this one lady there, boxing lounge, right?
Uh-huh.
I wish I could remember her name, but she is the first woman to ever win a title in combat sports, and I cannot remember her name. I have to go look at it.
Is she a boxer?
Kickboxer.
Kickboxer. Okay.
Before there was Ann Wolf or Ronda Rousey or anybody, she was the first female. She's deadly. She got a ride home one day from a party from a guy she met at a party, right? Come to find out, this dude was a serial murderer and rapist. But she didn't know that, of course. And she beat the hell out of him when he tried to rape her. She damn near killed him, right? And then
Good.
about 3 years later, the police finally caught up with him. And she was like, "That's the guy who tried to kidnap me and rape me." She beat the living hell out of him and got out of the van. She beat him half to death. She should have killed him, in all reality.
Yeah.
Because he was out there raping and killing women. He didn't just rape, he killed. Well, I'm sorry, I can't say that word. Yeah. Well, I guess this live is going to get flagged or something.
I don't. I'm not sure about the R word. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Oh well.
You know what's so funny? I had this show going completely in a different direction. I went to Wrapstar and I pasted this show, I don't know, about 10, 20 times in his live, in his chat, right?
Uh-huh.
Figuring that somebody would tell him over here, call him a bitch, and he'd send some soldiers over here. But hey, like I say, I go to these dudes' show.
Oh, maybe they're here. They're just not showing their hand.
Yeah, because see, I go to their shows and I show my face and I say what I got to say, but they'll never come to my show because you know what they're thinking? That I'm going to treat them the same way they treat me, which is not true. You ever heard me turn anybody down?
Nope.
No. As much as I go back and forth with Smoke, I don't kick him off the panel. I just tell him to shut the hell up. You know, talk too much, man.
Sometimes I tell them to shut the hell up. But it's normally private.
yeah. But I'm like, come on, man. I said to Smoke, it takes me 2 minutes to say what you can say in 20. Shut the hell up, man. Talk to the damn man. I want to answer the damn question.
There's too many words.
Yeah. Why take me 2 minutes to say what you can say in 20? Shut up. Just shut up, man. Seriously. But he all right. He's just annoying. He's like this annoying ass little cousin you got or something. Dude is annoying, man. And the other dude, Knockout. I can't stand him either. The dude will come over and he'll just talk. He thinks that he's an authority figure on everything. You know, you would think that he's in the people's corner, that he's a voice in the fighter's corner, the way he's talking, in matter of fact terms, right?
I haven't actually had any interactions with Knockout, not yet.
Yeah, please don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. There's so many of them I could talk about, but I'm not gonna give them any shine. It's a Troy Graham experience, so we're gonna focus on Troy Graham. I got some things coming out the woodwork, man, for y'all. It's not all boxing, to be very honest with you.
What you got, Troy?
You know how much artwork I've done and I've never put the shows out? I've got so much artwork. I've done Trump shows. I've done work for Trump shows. I've never put it out, right?
No, when you say art, what medium am I?
No, I mean,
drawing
like, the YouTube, what the templates like I do.
Oh,
here.
graphics.
Yeah, I got graphics for shows on top of shows, but then I don't put them out. Football shows. There's another brother who I talked to who's a barbecue king. If you like oxtail, ribs, and all of that stuff, the dude is a barbecue king, right? And he's a black man that lives in Salt Lake City, Utah. I don't. Okay, are you in the UK or are you in Ireland or where?
I'm in the middle of England, if that makes sense.
Okay, now where's the whitest part of England? Like, where's like a real white county in England? Very few. I mean, it's more whites than anything else.
I'd have to Google that.
Okay, well, Salt Lake, Utah City, it's the home of Mormons. That's the kind of faith they practice down here, right?
Yeah,
And that,
I know what that
okay,
is. Yeah,
and that's where he
it's like
lives. But he moved.
may as well be
But he,
Scientology.
yeah, but he moved there from Texas. He's a big.
Uh-huh.
He looks like he's 6'3", big black man. Only do his barbecue from 5 a.m. until 12 midnight. He just cooking barbecue, and he sells a lot of it too. He sells a lot of it. You could go online and argue and order his stuff, but his stuff is expensive. His stuff like for 3 pounds of oxtail is $150, but it's pre-cooked and sealed and all that. And I'm like, basically, you're paying for his work, you know.
Uh-huh.
So he's doing his thing, man. I want to get him on the show. I want to get this other brother on the show who owns his own winery. He's African. He owns a restaurant and he makes his own wine, right? I want to get him on. And there's just different people. I want to branch out and do a lot of things: boxing, cooking, politics, just anything I feel like. Because after a while, boxing is boring, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of times we're just recycling old stuff
Hmm.
just to fill the gap, so to speak.
Right. And I'm not one to lie or make up stuff and all that stuff. And I'm not going to be on here talking about people because it don't help me. I'm my own brand. I don't need to talk about you because there's really nobody on here doing what me and Major do. Now, me by myself, I'm good. When both him by himself, he's good. When we both hook up, it's something special. So he's supposed to be coming back pretty soon, and I'm gonna hook up with him and do something, right? So y'all can look out for that. Let's just say we got something big coming down in the next. Today is what, Tuesday, right? So today's Tuesday over here. So next 48 hours, we got something big coming down. Got something big coming. So yeah. So what's going on over in the UK that we should know about? Uh-oh. I see you there. I see you on mute there, Boxing Lounge.
Oh, sorry, Troy. I had some background noise, so I muted it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Anybody up and coming that I should know about? Give me a name and I'll see if I get him on the show.
Oh no, I'm actually looking up that last thing that you
Oh,
asked
about
about.
Rockman?
No, but uh, the widest part. Hold on, let's stick it in the chat.
That's hilarious.
That's what Google says.
Okay, I see it. White British people make up the largest percentage. Da, 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 da. Okay, so yeah, just pick any of those places, and that's Utah. You got a big 6 foot plus barbecue man walking around there and all that, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah. Let's just say this: I would never move to Utah. I would never even go visit Utah. Mm-mm. I'll never even go visit it. Mm.
That's where the desert is, isn't it? They do the racing.
Yeah, it's not that far from Las Vegas.
Oh, okay.
It's not that far from Vegas. I mean, yeah. The only black man I know that actually likes it out in Utah is Karl Malone, the former NBA player, redneck jackass, and he's black. He never took care of it. No, see, he had an opinion on. He would talk down to people and da 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 da. Come to find out, this dude never took care of like 4 of his children. He had a bunch of children out of wedlock, and he didn't take care of none of them. See that?
Yeah, that sounds like a redneck.
He was holding up he was holding up his moral flag. He's this, he's that. He's just a good old country boy. He's a good old liar, and he's a good liar. He has twin girls. The only time he ever spoke to them was when they won the national championship in college for basketball. Same thing with his son. His son was a good basketball player or whatever. He was a football player. He started to acknowledge him then. Dude is a jackass through and through. I don't like him at all. His story is crazy too, because I think his first girlfriend was like 14 when he got her pregnant. He was like 18. Let me tell you, something about to call you Wrapstar again. Damn. Let me tell you something about Boxing Lounge, right?
Mm-hmm.
The title is Waking About Someone. I don't know what you're talking about, Alba Boxing. The title is Waking About Someone. I don't know what you're talking about. But anyway, uh, walking. Anyhow, uh, when I was 18, I was more into older women, 21, 22. What the hell was I doing looking at a 14-year-old? Huh? I never
You were
understood
looking to get some
that.
like, real experience, weren't you, Troy?
Yeah, I used to, yeah, I was into older women, man. Even my mom was like, I don't want you coming around my, when I hit 21, she's like, you can't come around my friends no more. I'm like, okay. Yeah, she told me I couldn't come to her job anymore, basically, because they were, I was like, why? I was like, why, mom? She was like, well, them damn women at work be saying stuff I really don't care for about you. Like what?
Oh, they're
Oh,
looking at you like you're a piece of meat, son.
pretty much they kept saying, well, this that you can't be my son and da 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 da. You look too mature. I'm like, okay, well, when you want me to bring your lunch up there again, never. Don't bring me nothing up there. Stay home, boy. I'm like, all right, ma, you ain't got to get that forceful. I'll stay home. Damn. She was serious too. She wasn't playing no games with me, right?
Uh-huh.
She was like, because she had this one. She wasn't really her friend. She was like an associate at work. This lady. Let me tell you how she made her money outside of work and how she sent 3 of her kids to college. Right?
Hmm.
She would go to the supermarkets, pick off a grape and eat it, and then drop some on the floor and then slip and then sue the supermarket. Hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, and
Well,
she
now
did it.
they've got cameras. That stuff's harder to do.
Yeah, but she did it 3 times and got away with it because she had one hell of a lawyer. But she didn't push her luck after the 3rd time.
Yeah, because then I think when you start doing stuff like that, people start to notice
Yeah, even if you go to
a
different
pattern.
supermarkets and all that. Yeah,
Hmm.
but there was one. You're like, okay, but there was one guy. This is a true story. He was a lawyer in New York, right? And at
Hmm.
nighttime, after he got off work, he would dress up, go home, change into some tattered clothes, mess his hair up, put stuff on his face, and go panhandle. That's how he paid for his children's books and housing at the college, right?
Hmm.
He said he said he probably made like $3,000 a week.
Three
Well,
grand a
he would
week.
sing. He could sing too, so he was out there singing, but he was still panhandling, like, "Please help me, I'm homeless," and all that. $3,000 a week. That's $12,000 a month, isn't it?
That's still a lot of money, whatever way you cut it.
Yeah, but most of the real homeless people they don't make that much because people don't. Now listen, if you hold up a sign saying I need food, I just need money for food and shelter, people will help you. But most people nowadays be like, no, you gonna give it to drugs and all that. I tell you what I do when I'm out there, right? I ask the brother, are you hungry? Because I'm real scary walking up to a homeless woman, right?
Hmm.
So, but I walk up to a homeless man. I ask him if he's hungry. Most of the time, they'll say yes. I'll take him into a 7-Eleven or whatever's the closest place, and I'll buy him at least $35 worth of food, right?
Hmm.
And I'll be like, here. And they'll be like, no, can you get me the soda? It'll last longer. I'm like, sure. Soda's on sale. I get you 2. I get you some lunch meat, some bread, just something to hold, right? Because you don't have a
Hmm.
place to
Hmm.
live. And then if it's close to where I go to church, then I could go into the church and get them some blankets, right? If it's cold, right?
Hmm.
And yeah, like there's a guy who owns a house not too far from where I live, and there's a shed on his house, and he let like 6 homeless people live in there because they're actually working. All 6 of them are working.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them had a CDL. He just had a run in with drugs, and that's why he lost everything, right? But
Sorry,
he's
what's
back
the
up.
CDL?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, second. I keep forgetting the overseas. That's a commercial driver's license. That allows you to drive big
Oh
trucks.
Christ! I swear you've told me this before. The
Yes, sir.
CDL.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so he has his commercial driver's license, and he's cleaning up. He just got a job driving. Well, this was years ago, brother. He just got a job driving again. Really, the smaller trucks, like say, like a box truck. I don't know what you call it in England, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
We'd
Uh,
call them probably uh, probably an LGV, maybe, if depending on the weight.
Something like
If
that.
it's if it's over 3.5 tons, we call it an HGV.
Yeah, yeah, that and the vans that have hold more than 15 people, because you need a commercial driver's license for any vehicle that holds more than 15 people, right? So he does that,
Oh,
and then,
okay. Yep, yep. That'd be like a coach over here.
okay, yeah, and there's another lady who actually has a baby, and she's homeless, but they actually work it out where they help her pay for daycare, and then they come in and they get blankets from the church, and in the wintertime they pad the shed with the blankets, right? To keep the
So it's
cold to keep the
insulated, yeah.
cold out. Then they get some more. Then they get some, sleeping bags and more blankets, and they pad the ground, and they get what's called pallets. You know what a pallet is, right?
Yeah, yeah. Big
Okay,
wooden
so they
thing
get,
that goods
yeah,
are
so
on,
they
yeah.
they fit maybe four or five, six pallets in that shed is only so big, and they make like a makeshift bed with the blankets and stuff, and they all
Hmm.
sleep in there, all six of them. They don't let nobody else in there. It's just them six right there, right?
Yep.
And every time somebody transitions out and get a job, they always come back and help out the rest, right?
Oh,
So
so they get back into the system. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got you.
yeah, yeah, but they never turn their backs on those that they left behind. They transition out and they say, okay, well, I'm gonna help you, and depending on how close they were to whoever's in there, they might take somebody in their house. The next person transition out, they might take another person. So I don't know if that shed, if anybody else is in that shed right now, but that's how it worked with them. So
Hmm.
it's actually when you look at homeless people, you have to look, because I used to drive by this homeless camp, and it was completely set up like like a society, right?
Hmm.
You had the ones over here who were clean, and they were building a community. They had all tents, right? And they were under the
Uh-huh.
highway, and they kept it clean, right? Then you had the ones who were hoarders. A hoarder is just someone who picks up any and everything and brings it back to their tent, and it looks terrible, right?
Hmm.
And then you have the loners who find a corner off on the park, like a corner by a wall or whatever, and where there's a bunch of trees or bushes, and that's where they live, right?
Hmm.
Nobody really messes with the loners; they just leave them alone, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And nobody messes with the hoarders, because those are the ones who the cops come and bother. Like, you got to clean your stuff up. They'll have drawers and bikes and just old TVs hanging out there, hanging out on the street, right?
Yep.
Whereas the clean people, all you see is tents. All you see is tents, because they're smart. They'll clean up some, then they'll go into the hotel bathrooms and wash up, right?
Well, you think about it. A tent is basically a temporary. Well,
Yeah,
in some people's eyes, it's a temporary home, but
yeah. But when it's freezing
for other
cold out
people,
there,
yeah, I know, I know, I know, I know.
yeah,
But I mean, what the point I'm trying to make? It's better to be in a tent than it is to be exposed to the elements.
yeah, yeah, trust me. Yeah, it is. It's terrible, man. I've seen people that are old enough to be my children out there with their families. Like one guy, he was 27. His wife was like 24. They had two beautiful little daughters, and it just broke my heart, man. We were out there handing out blankets, hot chocolate, tea, and sandwiches, and clothes, right? And we gave them.
Troy, quick question: in America, the homeless are they? Can they all have the opportunity to get on a list to be housed?
No, yeah,
Because they are over here, so to speak. Now, I'm not saying everybody gets housed, but
yeah.
as long as you get on the list, then
A list.
the clock starts
Okay.
ticking.
No, no, no. You over here, how it works is you have to have ID, and funny enough, you have to have an address in order to
Well,
get
that's just
placement. Yeah,
fucking stupid.
you have to have a social security number, uh, the state
But
ID, which
but
has a
if you
picture on it.
already have an address, then technically you're not
Mhm.
homeless.
Technically, but you might need to get up out of there. But you have to have a place of residence to prove that you actually had a residence before. You have to have your social security card and your Maryland state ID, picture ID, which is a driver's license, right? So no, it doesn't work
Uh,
like that.
but what if you've never done your test? What if you can't drive?
Well, you don't necessarily have to have a driver's license, but you have to have a
Oh, okay, okay.
Maryland state ID, which is just your name, photo, birth date, and yada yada yada. But it has to have an
Hmm.
address on it. It has to have an address. Everything down here works on addresses, which you said makes no damn sense. Like
So
you can't get a
what if it's an old address but it's not current? Would that still
I don't
work?
think that matters. Just
Okay,
stuff like
okay.
no, because I think they might send you mail. But if you tell them to email
Right,
you,
right, right.
no. But if you tell them to email you, then you can get it on your phone, or you go to the library and get it. Right.
Right, right, right. Gotcha.
Right. But just like with a job, you have to have an address. Everything is based on addresses. Crazy, isn't it?
Can they not use postal addresses or
No, they
not
don't.
postal?
No. They don't take PO boxes in most cases.
But that's a PO box. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, they don't take PO boxes in most cases. But yeah, which to me is crazy because I know
But
in
it sounds like
Utah
the
they have.
system's intentionally designed to keep people where they are in the system.
Yeah, yes. You want to hear something else? If you
Yeah.
come from the Ukraine right now, if you say true story, if you come from the Ukraine, you can prove it, you'll get free housing over here for 6 months.
Oh, it's the same here. I
Wow.
don't think that there's a time limit on the housing though. I think
Oh,
it's just for indefinite periods or very long periods.
yeah, over here 6 months. But why can't you do that? To me, people say, okay, you're cold. No. To me, you clean up your own house before you try and help somebody clean up their own. Doesn't that make sense to you?
Well, it makes perfect sense because the people
Yeah.
who are born or live in the country or have whatever, they pay into an existing system.
Mm-hmm.
So they already have an exchange with that system or several exchanges with that system.
Right.
So
Yeah, they do. Taxes, that's what they call it over here.
yeah, but if you're giving in, you should expect to get something back, and you should
Right.
not be shortchanged. Well, yeah, I mean, I know I'm generalizing, but you shouldn't be getting messed up or fucked over by the
I'll
system.
be very honest with you. It's so backwards over here that you have rich politicians telling poor folk that people on welfare are privileged.
No,
So
they're not.
yeah, so if you're getting $500 a month and that's all your income, then you're privileged. But this dude's a friggin' millionaire. He don't pay for health insurance. He's a politician, right? He's he's at a different tax bracket than you, so he pays
Hmm.
less taxes. But he's telling me that these poor people are privileged, right? Because they make $500 a month, which rounds out to be about $6,000 a year. Who the hell could live on $6,000 a year?
Jesus, rent alone's about best part of
Rent
10 grand a year.
alone for an apartment is somewhere between. If you want a decent apartment, is $1,000.
Hmm.
If you want somewhere that's crime and rat infested, that's 800. And if you
Hmm.
just want to rent a room, that could go from anywhere from 650 to close to $800.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm renting a room right now in a shared house, and I'm paying $460 a month, and that's
Okay.
everything included.
Yeah. That would go over big down here. But
I bet it would. But I'm
yeah,
living in a relatively cheap part of the UK, if that makes sense.
yeah, it does. But that's how it works down here. I mean, I could show you right now. They'll say that we have a room for rent, $850. Huh? I have a
What's minimum
brother.
wage in America? Would that even
It's,
cover that?
it's supposed to be $15 an hour. And it's supposed to be. I don't know what it is for everybody though,
15.
because it's different from state to state to state.
Oh, so it's not even standardized.
Yes. Yes.
That's insane. There should be a minimum standard for
Yes,
everything.
it should be, but it's not. There's definitely not, man. There's so many things. I'll give you a perfect example of what goes on down here. I was at the pharmacy, right?
Uh-huh.
I was picking up my medicine, but I'm blessed. I have a lot of insurance, so it covers a lot of my medicine because I take 23 pills a day, right? So, yeah, exactly. So,
So when you walk, do you rattle?
yeah, yes, I do. But this is what happened. I was in line at the pharmacy with this grandfather and his son, and his granddad and
Hmm.
his grandson, right? So the grandfather came up to get his medicine, and the lady was like, "Well, one of them is $600. One of them is
Sick.
$600."
Oh,
So he started crying. And the grandson was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong, Papa?" He said, "I have to decide whether to buy my medicine or pay my mortgage." Why is it like that? It costs pennies to make those pills,
it
Bastian,
does.
pennies.
It does.
But
Do
he
you know
gives,
another thing? The price of insulin in America is
oh my
just
God.
extortionate.
Yeah, it is. That's why people use the black market so much. and it's not always good for you either. Like someone
Yeah,
like me,
because
I can't use
different
it.
types of insulin.
Yeah, I can't use any black market. I gotta use what I use. That's why I've been trying to looking for some natural stuff to see what'll help me out, but I haven't found too much of anything yet, right?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Yeah, because if I could grow weed and it would help me, then I'll grow it right in my backyard. Right out
Do
there.
you know, I heard blueberries, but you have to consume a lot of them, are very, very good at controlling blood
Yeah,
sugar.
but yeah. Oh yeah, I don't have a blood sugar problem. They're actually great. I love juicing with them, but they take a long
Mm-hmm,
time to grow. They take a very long. And I live in an apartment, but I have a because I gave my sons my house, right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Because right now I'm too old to deal with a house that big anymore, so it's theirs, right?
Yeah, good
So
move.
not that I'm old, is that I was getting weak because of my heart. That's why I really gave up the house.
Mm-hmm,
I got tired of walking up steps.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So anyway, I uh I love blueberries, but they take a year and a day to grow, and I can't. It takes a long time actually. You still there?
I'm still here.
Okay, yeah, it just take a long time to grow. The couple of things that I can grow in my backyard is tomatoes and bell peppers, and I think I can grow carrots. I think
How long do
strawberries.
carrots stick?
Strawberry. I don't know. I think it might take 90 days. I'm not sure, but don't hold
Okay,
me to
three
that.
months. Okay.
If you could Google that, that would be great because I juice carrots. I
Yeah,
juice
I
the
can
hell
do
out of
that.
carrots. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I juice the hell out of carrots, man. I love them. I cook with them, juice them, whatever the hell I gotta do, I do it.
I juice and I do smoothies as well.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'll tell you what. I learned a bunch of stuff. Most of my base stuff is beets. You juice beets?
As in beetroot.
Yes.
Uh, okay, you're getting nitrous oxide. Actually, people in the gym use that for better pumps, believe it or not.
Yeah, because flushes out your blood system. It cleans your blood. But
And
then it.
it's the nitrous oxide as well gives you better pumps
Mhm,
in the beetroot along those
mhm.
carrots.
It also helps you in the
Take to grow.
intimacy area. You don't need no blue pill.
Okay, carrots take about 12 to 14 weeks after sowing. And I think you said strawberries, did you ask?
Yeah, 12 to 14 weeks is not bad. Because what?
Strawberries take to grow.
4 weeks is 1 month.
60
12.
days for strawberries.
Yeah, so
Or it
12
says
weeks.
after planting alpine strawberries, maybe.
12 weeks is about about 50, about 40 days, 50 days, something like that. Because
Uh,
no, you said 12 weeks. I'm thinking about okay. I'm sorry. I'm thinking about okay. No, no, no.
oh
12.
no, it was 12 to 14 weeks for carrots, and it's 60 days
Yeah,
for strawberries,
four
which is
weeks,
2 months
and then be 8 weeks.
or 8 months.
3 months. They take about 3 months. That's easy.
Two to
Yeah.
2 to 3 months for the carrots, and then 2 months for the strawberries.
Good. Okay, well, that's what I'm gonna do then, because when you juice carrots and stuff, it's great for you, man. It's like pure sugar too,
Mm.
and you can use this.
Uh,
Yeah, you can use it to make a cake.
what,
And
what 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 ingredients do you put in your cake?
it depends on what I'm making, man. But Jamaican, I use a lot of nutmeg and cinnamon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I haven't baked in a minute. Last cake I made was a banana nut squash cake. Turned out pretty good,
Mm.
actually. I learned that by watching some farm show down here, a local farm show,
Hmm.
and it turned out pretty good. But I put rum on all my baking stuff, man. So I don't drink, but I damn sure put it on. Like I made some sweet chili rum wings. It turned out pretty good. It would have turned out better with honey brandy, but that no, those were beans. I'm sorry, I put it in my beans that I made, right? And it tastes pretty damn good. Yeah.
I've just checking what are the fastest growing fruits, according to this website, they're saying berries,
What kind of berries?
strawberries, raspberries, blackberries.
What they take 90 days?
I'm scrolling. Ah, doesn't actually say the duration. Hold on, let me go back a page.
Okay. Because those are stuff that I like right there. They're kind of messy when they get on your hands, but you juice them, they're great. Great. Save me some money going to the supermarket too. Everything's so damn expensive nowadays.
Have you got a blender as well, Troy?
Hmm?
Have you got a blender as well?
Yeah. That's what I juice in. I'm not paying all that much. I had a big juicer, but I lost
Ah,
it.
right. Juicing and blending, they're different. The
Right.
difference basically is with juicing that you remove a certain amount of the fiber, so
Hmm.
you get a quicker sort of absorption time, so to speak.
Yeah. But there's so much you could do with this stuff, like strawberries. This is what I do sometimes. I don't feel like juicing. I'll cut up some strawberries, apples, and put in some grapes, and I eat that. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Stuff like that. Because
Reasonable.
that's actually fast food right there. You know that, right? Fruits are
Yeah,
fast
yeah, yeah,
food.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm
Especially
not ever.
when they've been processed like that, because there
Hmm.
isn't really any mastication to do. You obviously still get the taste, but it's almost pre-digested at that point.
Right. And I'm not ever going back to 280 again. So, or 270.
What do you look at? What are you now, about 250?
Now I settle at 224, 225.
Jesus, you dropped like a quarter
Well,
of
I
your body
dropped
weight, or
70 at
maybe.
first because I went all the way down to 195, then 197, 199, 205. Then I plateaued out at 225. So I really dropped like 70, but now it's more like 50.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So to be honest with you, it was necessary, and I'm glad it happened. Because I
Well,
used to
you
wear.
look like a different guy now.
Yeah, thanks. I hear that. I hear my voice is different too. So yeah. Because I used to wear like 3X, right?
Uh-huh.
Now I could do extra large. If I wear
So
two extra,
you went up to Andy Ruiz's size, and you come back down again.
yeah, Andy Ruiz. I'm sorry, but
The skinny Mexican,
that's the most disrespectful fighter in the world. How you gonna come in at 283? How?
because the guy can't walk past the kitchen
You can't walk
without
past the
having a
car.
munch.
My thing is, you can eat. I do the same thing every time I open up the fridge. I'm getting some grapes or something because I don't ever want to be big again. And
Well,
I'm
maybe you should
serious about that.
pass on your secret to Andy.
Yeah, and also,
Change which fast food you're eating.
yeah, and also, I cook enough for 2 days straight. Like, okay, I haven't eaten any meat since Friday, right?
Hmm.
I'm not gonna eat any meat until Wednesday. I'm gonna make some spaghetti and meatballs, but I have ground chicken. I have ground chicken. I was gonna cook the
Do you use a
lasagna.
different sauce because it's chicken rather than red meat?
No, use the same stuff.
No.
Use the same stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, the sauce is up to you. Yeah, I usually would make it myself, but then it's too time consuming, man. What I do is I get the one with no salt in it, or like very low sodium, right?
Hmm.
And I might add onions and bell peppers and season how I choose to season with some red peppers and all that stuff. But it's time consuming to me. So I don't do that no more. I used to do it though. Put some
What,
tomatoes
spend
in
ages
there.
in the kitchen?
Yeah, man, it's just too time consuming. Like I dated a woman who could cook too, but she liked my cooking. So I like all the yeah, like the holidays, I would let her cook the turkey and all that. She cooked.
Hmm.
I don't like doing that. So she cooked the turkey and the rice,
Do
and
the
I
big
would
bird.
do yeah. No, I cooked the rice, and then she cooked the macaroni and cheese and the vegetables because she was super at doing that. She was just great, right? I actually
Hmm.
miss her as a friend. Well, we're friends. We're not dating anymore. We still talk like every other day, right?
Hmm.
But we're not. I'm not dating her ever again. Yeah, even though people will take a look at her and say, "Damn, she's so pretty," but yeah, she'll be pretty with somebody else. She ain't dating me no more. It's just a violation of trust. Because if I tell you something in private, you can't turn it into a weapon against me when you get angry and throw it in my face.
No, I don't like that.
Because you know what that tells me? I can't trust you.
Hmm.
So she hurt me with that because I really we were like a family, man. Her family liked me. Her family still like me, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
And her mom will call me out the blue, say, "How you doing?" Ask me if her mom is a ridiculous cook. She can cook. And she loves to bake. So she's like, "Well, if you ever want me to bake you anything, just let me know in advance." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I want to You know, I've been trying to get her to bake me like a honey apple pie. Apple pie made with honey instead of sugar.
Mm-hmm.
She's been slowing down lately, so she ain't get around to it. And I tried to get her to cook me some oxtail, and she was like, "Nah, that's just too time consuming." But chicken, I get her some chicken, boy. She'll nice that chicken up because that don't take too long, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but it's always because I was with her daughter for 5 years. I kept thinking it was 3, but it was 5.
Well, you were enjoying yourself too much, I think.
I guess. She was a good woman, attractive woman, but like every other woman, she gets a little petty, and I'm not tolerating that boxing line. So I would just walk
Mm-hmm.
away, and she would turn around and she'd be talking to her damn self. She'd be like, I hate when you do that. I said, okay, well, maybe you should stop with your shit. I don't want to hear you complain all the time. you know, you know.
Uh-huh.
I can tell you where I got that from, man. I got that from my father. Because my mom would get into her ways and he would just grab his car keys and be like, he'd stand at the door and be like, look, you either gonna stay there and talk to yourself or we're gonna come and work this out. But either way, I am leaving. I'm walking out this door. I ain't gonna keep dealing with you. So she'd be
I
like,
don't
all
want this
right.
headache.
Yeah. So sometimes she would go, but she always used to say, well, be safe. He's like, I'm gonna hang out with your brothers. Yeah, please be safe. She had twin brothers. Well, she had yeah, I had uncles. They were twins. One of them was just like very loud, and the other one was very calm. But they loved to gamble. They bet on the horses all the time, which is how sometimes we paid the rent and how we got new vehicles.
Mhm.
That was a gambling, man. I never got into the ponies, but my brother did.
No, I never got
Ooh,
into gambling.
me either.
I don't think I've ever put a bet on anything.
The only
Not
thing I
yet.
bet on is me. That's the only thing I bet on is me.
No, I mean when I say a bet, I mean a bet at the bookies.
No, seriously. Like I would like when we go to Philly and fight, I would take
Bless you.
bets on me that I was gonna win, which didn't happen all the time. But when I did win, it was no, so it's real. No, I get me some money, man. But it's very hard to make it out alive if you win in Philadelphia, and that's not no lie. I'll give you a perfect example. I have a big mouth, as you could tell. So, but when you're 18 and all that, you're full of yourself. You go
Oh
up to
yeah.
Philly for the first time, and you figure you gonna talk somebody out their game because they're older than you. This dude was 25 years old, right? And he's
Mm-hmm.
older than me, so I just got all up in his face. I'm like, "Yeah, how you doing?" And I noticed he was married, so I was big mistake on my part. I was like, "Yeah, that's why." So during the fight, I was telling him that I slept with his wife in his own bed on his honeymoon night, right? And he tried to kill me. He tried to kill me, and I beat him, right? I beat his ass, right? So I go into the locker room. Everybody else is gone already. I'm there chilling in the locker room, and it's just me. And I'm about to go get dressed now, washed up and everything. And in walks this dude who I fought, and I'm like, oh shit. And I said, look, I was only playing, brother. I don't know your wife. And then he came in. He was a Muslim, and I
Mm-hmm.
think so. He came in with 3 other gentlemen who were clearly Muslim and spent some time in jail because they were big as hell, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh shit. And he's like, yeah, go ahead, bitch. Tell me how you slept with my wife again. And I'm like, I'm like, my man, I was only playing with you, man. I was just trying to throw you off your game. He's like, no, you don't understand. My wife is pregnant with somebody else's baby. I'm like, oh, shit. I said, well, that's not me, money. I was only playing. I don't know your wife. I don't know you. He's like, sure you don't, bitch. Sure you don't. I'm, we gonna kill you up in here, and they were gonna kill me. And then the owner of the gym was like, the owner of the gym came in at the time, and my trainer and saved my life. And the owner of the
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
gym was like, "You could come down. Don't bring his ass down here no more. Don't bring his ass down here no more because they gonna kill him." talk too much shit, man. Don't bring him down.
It's going to be bad for his health. Yep.
So basically, every time they went to Philly, they were like, "Nah, wait till we go to Cleveland, then you can come with us. You ain't coming to Philly no more." I don't know how many times I got saved your big ass mouth life. So that's what happened to your boy. Almost got killed in Philadelphia, man. Them dudes don't play. They were serious. He was really going to kill me because he thought that I was a dude that got his wife pregnant. I'm like, dude, I'm only 18. I'm only 18. He's like,
So, Troy, did you change your game after that experience?
Yeah, I learned how to shut my damn mouth. Yes. Yes. Thank you for asking. The coach is like, fight and shut the up. Don't just fight. Just fight. Okay. Because he's like, this ain't Philly, this Cleveland. I ain't got no pull here. Just fight. And I said, okay. And I never talked after that because he's like, look, you keep running your mouth, you're going to get your jaw broke. And tell me what happened. Yeah. I got my jaw broken. So after that, you know, I never talked when I was fighting again. Sure. Learned a valuable lesson. Shut the hell up was a valuable lesson.
How long did it take to heal from a broken jaw?
Man, it felt like forever. It felt like forever, dude. I had to do a fluid diet. I couldn't eat nothing. Oh, it was terrible. I couldn't even. I tell you the truth, I don't remember how long it took, but it felt like forever. I couldn't talk because you know how much I love talking.
Yeah. It's like coming out of a dentist.
Yeah, man. It was horrible. Oh my God, my grandmother was like, "Yeah, now you can't talk back." You know who else she was? Yeah, you know who else she was a big fan of?
What?
Boy George. This is back in the 80s.
The singer?
When they played. Yeah, listen. I don't give a damn what y'all think about him. He could sing, right? But I was like, wow, look at this woman. She could really sing. I was real young when he came out. How old was I when he came out? I was like 11 or 12 when he came out. So and she was like, "Come here, look a little closer. That's an ugly woman, but damn, that boy can sing." He said, "That's a boy, That's a boy." I'm like, "That's a boy? Well, why he dressed up like that?" And then she was like, "Well, because him a butty man. That's why." I said, "Oh, okay. I got it." I was such a stupid little square, right? I didn't really grow up till I was about 15. That's when I got the big mouth. Then I knew I could fight. So, but she used to kill me with that. She's like, well, she could look me right in the face and said, "Look, what an ugly woman, but damn, that boy can sing."
I think Boy George turned into a DJ later on in his life.
Yeah, he did all that because his father was a real tough guy and used to abuse him, I think. So,
okay.
Yeah, so that's why he was kind of rebelling. But he had an affair
okay.
with the real pretty boy from down there. What's his name? George Michael?
Yeah, I heard rumors about that back in the day, but I didn't know if it was true. And that was before George Michael came out as being gay.
He came out as being gay because you know what? He used to date Brooke Shields, George Michael. That day they were the whole Beautiful People couple back when I was a little boy. Right? And then George finally came out and said he was George Michael and Boy George. Oh boy. But yeah. So George Michael came out and said, "Yeah, me and George had a thing back then, but I think one of them was insecure. I don't know I think it was probably Boy George who was insecure because Michael is so pretty. Before there was a Brad Pitt, there was a boy. There was a George Michael. Pretty as all hell. Did you ever see the movie Troy? With
Brad Pitt? Yeah. One of the longest death scenes in any movie.
Yeah, I told my then wife that is the prettiest white man I've ever seen in my life. And she looked at me like, "What the hell did you just say?" I said, "He's pretty." And she's like, "Yeah, he sure is. He looks so damn pretty in that movie, man." But come to find out, you know what I found out? Okay, now the city of Troy, right? There was another warrior. They were all Ethiopians. So they weren't really fair skinned people. They were Africans, right?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah. So they had a okay when Achilles killed Hector, right? Who was the greatest warrior?
Is that at the beginning of the movie?
No, that's in the middle. That's in the middle. That's
In
in
the
the middle
middle?
of the
All right.
movie. And that's when Achilles killed their greatest warrior, Hector. There was another warrior who was world renowned. He was just up there. He was on a little higher level than Achilles, and Achilles slightly feared him, but he respected him, right? And he
Uh-huh.
always wanted to fight him. His name was Memnon. Memnon, the righteous Ethiopian. You've probably seen that character portrayed in a lot of movies, but they always have some white guy playing him. He's black, right? So Memnon and Achilles fought for 7 days, right? And just when he was about to beat Achilles, Zeus struck down Memnon, and the people rebelled against Zeus. And that's how they got their power, right? From the people, right? This
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why this all came up, but anyway, Memnon was brought back to life by Zeus, and he made him an honorable god and brought him to Olympus. And Memnon was like, "You kiss my ass and send me back to hell or wherever he was." Right? I'm
Uh-huh.
not. I'm not ever going to be one of your servants or your gods. He's like, "Okay, I'll send you to Titan." And that's how he met the giants of Titan, and that's what started the Titan Wars. There's all mythological stories, but that's the whole story that you never hear.
Where's Titan?
I don't even friggin' know. I don't
Because
even
there's a
think the place
moon. There's a
even.
moon called Titan around one of the planets.
Yeah, I don't know
That's
where
all I
I don't know
know.
where it is, but to come to find out that a lot of these places are real. The characters
Mm.
might not be real, but the places that they mention are real, right?
Hmm.
And so Memnon basically led the war, the whole so-called Titan Wars against Greek, against the gods.
Hmm.
Yeah, but he was a righteous Ethiopian man, known for his just being righteous and but known as an honorable warrior. Like he would strike you down, and if he didn't have to kill you, he would basically walk away or help you back up and be like, "Go on your way now. I showed you mercy. If I see you again, well, I'm gonna mercifully kill you."
Of
Memnon, and there's a guy on Facebook. Oh, okay, you know who Michael John White is, right?
course I do. Blood and
Okay,
bone.
he has a brother who calls himself Memnon Usain, I believe. He's a martial
Okay.
artist too. This dude is ridiculous, man. You should see him run on a treadmill like a damn horse, right? Then he jumps in the pool with all these rings on each arm, at least 20 rings that go on your wrist and go all the way up to your muscle, right? And he works out with all these rings on his arm and punches in the water. You're not supposed to be able to punch with that much weight on your arms, right? But he
Yeah, because
does.
it's so much more resistance. Not just the weight of
Yeah.
the thing. Is the resistance through the liquid itself as well.
Yeah. And he does handstands down the steps. He'll go up to the top of the yeah.
That's
And he
circus
does
style.
yeah, and he does the okay, he'll put 2 bricks on each hand. Like he'll reach his hands to the 2 bricks on each arm, right?
Hmm.
And he'll squat like he's sitting in a chair. Then he'll kick out
Yeah,
with one foot, kick out with another foot, and punch the whole time he's doing it. Yeah, the
that
dude is a
sounds like a
straight up.
lot of hard work.
Yeah, his name is Memnon Usain. So yeah, so the dude is ridiculously incredible strong. But they have an uncle who's just as equally as dangerous. I think he probably taught Michael a bit or so. And he's another dangerous one. He used to be a pro kickboxer or whatever. Deadly family, man. Deadly family.
Yeah, I'll have to check him out.
Look, I'm gonna shut it down. It's 4:50 in the morning. I'm not even gonna go to 5. I'm gonna shut it down now. Wanna shout out to everyone that came. Thank you for coming through.
No
Boxing Lounge,
pros, man.
Puro, and Wrapstar. Thank you for inspiring this, you bitch. But yeah, I needed to clear. It just felt good though. It felt good. I had some people I could let off some steam on, but because I was gonna go straight war on him. I was gonna, to quote Kanye West, DEFCON 3. I was gonna go DEFCON 3.
It's war.
Yeah, it's war, all right. I was gonna obliterate him, wipe him off the face of the map. Just terrible. You thought what I did to old boy was bad, whose name I will not say anymore. You know what I'm talking about. I was gonna do worse than that. You know what happened? I was on somebody else's panel, boxing, uh, black and brown, and somebody brought that person's name up to me, and I swear on my life, I was like, where have I heard that name before? Where in the hell have I heard that name before? And there you have it. That's how much I forgot about the man. You know what I mean? He said his name to
Yeah,
me
that
3 times.
sounds familiar, doesn't it?
No, yeah, and I wasn't even playing. I didn't remember the name. Wow. See
Well,
that?
it just means that you've moved on.
Yeah. Thank God for that. Because I was angry. I was very angry, man. I
Yeah,
don't
so
tell
was
people,
I.
yeah, I don't tell people I'm gonna set them on fire and hit them with a bus unless I mean it.
I saw the video.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna catch you. Light you up. That's just insult on top of insult. But first I'm gonna burn you down, I'm gonna run you over. And then I'm gonna piss on you and sing a song.
Mhm.
But
Oh,
yeah.
just to give you a heads up, Troy.
Mhm.
Have you seen? And I'll be really brief about this. Have you seen the new boxing game called Undisputed?
No, I'm gonna go look it up after this.
Right. Well, all I'll tell you is that it's the most modern boxing game, and the graphics are like photorealistic. They
Okay.
haven't. They've released the game as a beta, so it's still in testing mode, but it's still released to some people, and I've got it. And they're going to create a boxer very, very soon. So I'll be
Okay.
using that, if you know what I
Okay.
mean.
Yeah, well, let me know because I haven't played games in I don't know how many years, man. I haven't played
Oh
in a
no, it's not
while.
about playing games. It's more about watching the spectacle. In
Okay,
terms of
yeah.
I can make up anybody I want and give them a beating, as I
All
have
right.
done in the past.
That's funny. Because I think you created a fight with me against Lester, right?
Yep,
I think I won that one too, but yeah.
of course you did. Yeah.
But all right, brother, I'm going to sleep. I got to get up and go to the doctor the whole day tomorrow. So yeah,
All
be
right.
a
Take it
doctor's
easy,
having to
Troy.
poke and prod me and all that tomorrow. Good
Peace.
Lord. All right, brother. Have a good night, man. And I'm out. All right. Thank you for coming through, everybody that came through. Lord, I didn't expect the show to go this way because I really wanted to just defame and disrespect that old biatch rap star and you too, Punch. You tuck you too. So, but didn't come to that. Good Lord, send me two dudes and we went in a different direction. So much respect to everybody that came through. And God bless it. Amen. And just take a little life lesson from me. Filter stuff out your system. Learn how to do that and then meditate. And these bitches won't be able to touch you. All right? Peace out before I fall asleep on them. Peace out, people. Peace out.